Hi, I'm Chris, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about why I recorded in the garden, what it means to me, and what it meant to the original writer from online sources. Charles Austin Miles, 1868 to 1946, wrote in the garden in March of 1912. Miles studied pharmacy but gave up his career as a pharmacist at the age of 24 to write gospel songs and direct church music. In his own words, "It is as a writer of gospel songs I am proud to be known, for in that way I may be of the most use to my Master, whom I serve willingly, although not as efficiently as is my desire." The Hall Mack Publishing Company published his first gospel song. He served as editor and manager at Hall Mack for 37 years and wrote more than 200 songs during his lifetime. According to Miles's great-granddaughter, In the Garden was written in a cold, dreary, and leaky basement in New Jersey that didn't even have a window in it, let alone a view of a garden. Miles was also an amateur photographer, and apparently that's where he set up his darkroom because another account says while he was waiting for some film to develop, Miles had a profound spiritual experience, a vision of Mary Magdalene visiting the empty tomb. He saw her leave the tomb and walk into a garden where she met the Master and heard him speak her name. When Miles came to himself, his nerves were vibrating and his muscles tense. He quickly wrote out the lyrics to In the Garden and added the music later that evening. His own account, given in George Stanville's 40 Gospel Hymn Stories, says he saw a vivid dream after reading John 20 and was then inspired to write the song. Miles obviously wrote the song from Mary's point of view, but the ongoing communion it describes isn't reflected in this short conversation recorded in the Gospel account. He seems to have combined the joyous intimacy Mary felt with every believer's potential to be just as close to Jesus every day. He thought this is not an experience limited to a happening almost 2,000 years ago, but it's the daily companionship with the Savior that makes up the Christian's daily walk. Now, it's not clear whether he himself walked and talked so comfortably with the Lord every day. I've heard that some people do. The way the Lord speaks to me most clearly is through my journal, but others get impressions or pictures or visions or hear his actual voice sometimes. He's creative, so he never runs out of ideas. I think he has specific ways he works with each of his children, and that's why each of us can say, as this song says, "Nobody else knows the joys we share when I meet with him." He's truly a personal Savior. The crux of this song for me, though, is simply that he's there. He's alive and he's with us. And he speaks. Sometimes he shouts, but most often it's in a voice so quiet that it requires us to really listen. Either way, we can be in tune with him daily. And I know when I'm in tune, I don't want to leave. I don't want the conversation to end. That's why I love this song so much. It was a real joy to be able to make this music video because the song is about a very real joy. Throughout the shoot, I got to think about that joy, to meditate on it, and to enjoy it in the setting of nature in spring. What could be better? Hope you enjoy listening to and watching the song as much as I did recording it. Peace.